Hey everybody, Smarty771 here, and welcome to another video. This one has been in the back of my mind for a while, and we are going to go in depth on, I think, the best Grenadier loadouts that you can get in this game. And like I've said in previous videos, I think that the auto grenade launcher and just Grenadier loadouts in general are extremely overpowered and really useful in this game. So this video is going to go over a lot of details about the specifics of min-maxing two different builds for casual use and for boss fights, with two different auto grenade launchers and a couple other stuff in between. So I'm going to be sure to put timestamps in the description so you can scroll through on your phone or computer and see what the different chapters are. So if there's stuff that you don't really care about and you just want to see something specific, you can find it that way. So anyway, let's get into it. Thank you guys so much in advance for watching, and leave a sub and a like if you enjoyed. Alright, so we're going to start from the bottom with perks. So I have two here. We have Grenadier Hellcat and Grenadier Hellcat for the boss fight. I use Hellcat armor as my main with these loadouts, and I'll explain why in a second. If you hear explosions in the background, it's because there's a Scorch Beast far away, and I don't feel like chasing it down. So here is the basic loadout. This is my daily driver loadout. You can see I have a bunch of weight reduction perks because with Grenadier, guns and ammo weigh a lot. So I have bear arms and explosives, as much weight reduction as possible, plus traveling pharmacy and bandolier just to help out. I kind of took shortcuts with damage resistance perks and other ones to make room for just quality of life perks. Blockers only 2 stars, concentrated fire only 2 stars. Let's see, these ones are all maxed out. Gunsmith is only 1. Adrenaline only 4, and don't have any critical hit perks in this. This is all so that, you know, my food lasts longer because I'm a herbivore build. Curator, so bobbleheads last longer. This is just for doing events, going around doing quests. This is a daily driver build. Continuing on with this build, the armor I use is all Hellcat that I've rolled myself. No hacks or trades with this stuff. I all rolled these myself, 1 or 2 rolls each. Assassins is very much beneficial because Angry Turtle, the Lord and Savior of Fallout min-maxing, Assassins keeps you from blowing yourself up with explosives. So if you can roll Assassins, in addition with the 2% ballistic damage reduction that this armor offers, you're going to be pretty much immune to explosive damage, except in daily ops, in which the explosive mutation does percentage. So unless you have percentage reductions like these ones, you're just going to be SOL. Here's all my Hellcat. We got some Aristocrats. This is pretty good because it's Sentinels. We got Assassins. That pretty much, that's all I care. It's just 2 stars. Assassins and Poison, not really that good. Assassins with weapon reduction weight, which is really good for this build. Looks like that Scorch Beast is coming to give me a visit. Got the nice Mr. Fuzzy helmet. Got a regenerating right leg. I kept this one because it has Sentinels as a 3rd star, so that's good enough for me to not waste modules to re-roll. And then finally, ammo reduction, vanguards, and less explosion damage, which vibes really well with everything else that I have. Alright, back to the power armor station. So both of these builds that I'm going to talk about are power armor builds because of stabilized, and also the damage resistance and carry weight buffing and all that, and the unlisted damage reduction that you get with power armor. You pretty much become super duper tanky. So now that we went over the armor, this is the same set that I wear for the daily driver and the boss fight builds. Always love that glitch. So the weapons that I use for daily driving, first we're going to get into this one, the 2-shot faster fire rate, breaks slower auto grenade launcher. I traded 2 legacies for this one because it's very, very rare, and the breaking slower is very valuable on this weapon because auto grenade launchers break really, really fast. So having it break 50% slower is awesome in saving repair kits. And in the time that I've had this gun, it hasn't even broken once, and when I traded for it, it had twice the health. So that's a huge change because these things break all the time, especially when it's fire rate. It just breaks like crazy. But yeah, this is a very valuable weapon. I looked for it for a long time, and I'm very happy now that I have it. The other weapon that I use, just for fun, is a 2-shot aiming damage, faster reload Fat Man. This is also rare and valuable with the MIRV attachment. So let me just show you what it looks like to shoot just for fun, just so you guys kind of have an idea of just how awesome this thing is. So here we are. This is my cam. I'm just gonna shoot it up, and there it goes. Just totally obliterates your line of sight. This gun is this gun can barely qualify as a gun. This weapon is really fun to use in boss fights because it just blinds everybody. So it's like you're doing a lot of damage. You can actually see the health bar of the Queen or Earl go down a pretty big chunk when you use this, especially when adrenaline is pumped up, and it just blinds everybody. So it's fun to actually take down health and to troll everybody that you're playing with. I also use MIRV frag grenades and nuka grenades because these do outstanding damage. I did some tests where I went to White Springs, aggroed all the ghouls, and just stood there and threw it at my feet, and these 2 grenades are the ones that killed pretty much all of them. Everything else is but Grenadier, the Grenadier perk definitely works with all of these, but with these 2 nuka grenades and frag grenades, it definitely does. What is going on over here? Where are you shooting at? Where are you shooting at? Just a cave cricket. Okay. Anyway. So we went over the grenades. Let's go over the stuff. I'm an herbivore, like I said. I like brain fungus soup. I like corn soup for the AP regen because none of my armor has AP regen. I've tried to roll for it but had no luck. Gourd soup for the extra perception, which means higher Vance hit chance. Mute fruit juice for more agility, which means more action points. And Tato juice for more AP, which means more shots, because with my current amount of AP that I have, 160, I could pop off 4 shots with this in VATS, and then with the Tato juice I can pop off 5, and then with corn soup it regenerates really quick. Now another thing that I use is company tea. This regens AP extremely fast, but the only thing is you have to use honeycomb for it, and honeycomb is really hard to come by, so I only use this for boss fights. Now let's go over the boss fight stuff. So as you can see, we have blocker all the way up, we have concentrated fire all the way up. Chem fiend and fireproof are important so that the stuff that you take doesn't run out in the middle of the fight. We have, you know, the normal perks for charisma, nerd rage, stabilized, demolition expert, and gunsmith at tier 2, and I'll get into why that is in a second. Action boy, adrenaline, and dodgy. And then we got rid of all the other luck perks and put in critical savvy and better criticals because we're going to be using VATS like crazy with this build. And the weapon that I use for my boss fights is this one. 2-shot fire rate, 25% less action points cost. It breaks really fast, which is why I spent 2 perk points on Gunsmith, so that this guy doesn't break all the time in the fight. But the 25 VATS action points cost means that we can land more shots on Earl or the Queen before we have to we get more shots out, which means we're going to do more DPS, which means that the gun's going to break less overall, which means we don't have to max out Gunsmith, if that makes sense to you guys. I just want to say that the heavy barrel is a must with these guns because it does more overall damage. It's pretty much the only mod available for these. So yeah, 2-shot 25. That is pretty much the only thing that I use in these fights. You can also use vampires, 25 damage while aiming missile launcher. I found this in a vendor, believe it or not. This one's good if you're low on health and you don't want to use any stim packs and you still want to do area damage, but I don't use that one very often. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the 2 perk builds for boss fights. For daily driving, you got the armor that I use, you got the weapons that I use, you got the grenades. I don't think we're gonna go and kill anything in this video. I might do a video with Earl fight with my 2-shot 25-25 just to show how OP it is. I will link the videos in the description of running Earl solo and also going over a 2-shot auto grenade launcher, just how freaking powerful it is. The second and third star perks, you only need a 1-star and you're going to be really powerful just with a 1-star 2-shot auto grenade launcher. Well, that is my min-maxed Grenadier build. I highly recommend you guys at least try this. It took me months to get all these things, to get enough modules to roll this armor, to get the Fat Man and the 2 AGLs I have. I spent a long time and spent a lot of caps, flux, weapons, legacies trading to get these 2 weapons, and I've never felt more powerful than I do with these 2 guns. I just destroy everything. Anyway, this video was a lot of talking. If you watched the whole thing, good for you. We can be friends because that means you care enough about Fallout 76 like I do. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe and leave a comment letting me know what you think about, you know, Grenadier and how freakishly overpowered this build is. It's insane. Be sure to watch my other videos going over this topic as well. Anyway, this is Smarty771 signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.